Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Age Veilguard, where today we're doing the next quest in the main missions. The CROWS and their fight against the Butcher may be key to finding the location of the gods and where they're staging their next ritual. The team must speak with Tia and Veilguard. See, those two are my favorite. I haven't gone to eavesdrop on them for a very long time. But they're my favorite. Let's go ahead and run to the crossroads. We'll keep... Who do we want to bring? Want to bring down? I'll decide. We'll definitely bring Lucanus. I ran around for a second with these two, and they didn't say anything. But yeah, I figured I'd bring Nev for this too. Let's see if there's anything funny, maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's kind of a salt in the wound, though, to bring Nev to Treviso. Sort of. Treviso, I think you're so beautiful, and I don't want you to be blighted next time, but you're gonna be.
Rook stopped the Entente, took down their comic maker. She did your job for you. She's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. One who stirred up the Butcher's Entente.
Well, yeah, I did it. It was a quest. You know? I don't know. Jacobus.
I keep the crows well stocked.
The plumage of the Mad Crow. That would be a cool one to have the appearance of. Ooh, yes, this is that heavy armor. Yeah, I'll probably... Once I get the crows up maximum, I'll unlock their shop.
Come back soon.
I'll unlock their full shop ranking. Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, why is everybody arguing? I wanted to overhear Taya and Viago, and instead I get the kid and the old person.
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Entente from...
Jacobus.
No. I'm not going to stand around and listen to this. I'll see you later.
You don't have to be here anyway.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
What? How do you know?
Whoever they are, they know the Anta and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper
Why are you
officials.
here?
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Yeah, also, Jakob was like, I don't have to stand here. I'm like, why are you even here? This is an adult conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I know the crows are like, oh my gosh, I think that guy back there is wearing basically the same Zevran armor that I am currently wearing. Oh, I don't know, right? Like, you are still you're crow in training. You're a fledgling. Like, you're not here for the big discussions, you know. And also, if Jacobus causes problems, it's like. I don't know. They should be managing their children better, is what I'm saying.
You don't expect much, do you?
Hopefully it is that simple. Our contact knows the city and Anton, but we don't know them.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
The bookkeepers can bookkeep when the meeting is done.
When and where do we meet?
They'll be in the market.
And they ask for me, not you or Viago.
You helped this city, and you're helping all of Thedas. You've earned respect.
We just don't know from whom.
Yeah, I'm... Also, like, why is this guy is like... Or this person is like, could be the leak, you know what I mean? Like, why are they... Yeah, and he's in the trader.
What about the human help that Anton was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan CROWS.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
No, you're just annoying.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
No, it really, like, I get it, like, you're still under occupation, but, like, if we follow what their plan is, we'd also still be under occupation. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're the traitor. I mean, maybe they're not, and it's like, you know, it's just kind of maybe like a red herring, or it's just like, this is just like your average politician who's basically useless and argues for no reason, but, like, you know, I'm like, given that the crows are not, the crow quests have not been subtle at all, I'm like, I am this person.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
I mean, we should be setting up, like, crows on the rooftops, you know, like, we shouldn't just trust them.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
You're welcome for helping
We
you.
fight for everyone. And the chance to strike at the gods at the Antam? It's worth the risk. Good luck, Rook. See what this mysterious informant can give us. The meeting is in the market, Rook.
They implied you can't miss them.
Try not to damage anything.
Why is this person here? Like, they literally, like, they're just like a pencil. I think they're like a merchant prince, like, at best. You know what I mean? Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? Leave me alone. You know, where's Air?
Please excuse me. I have lessons that must be planned.
Yeah, well, you better keep an eye on Jacobus.
I wish you well.
An unknown contact. Sounds like a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillinane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
Okay, I just had a thought. If this is Fenris, I'm gonna lose it. It's probably not. I cannot get my expectations up. I cannot get my expectations up. If it's Zevran, either one, I would lose my mind. I cannot get my expectations up. It's probably an unnamed NPC. Okay. There's more crow stuff painted on instead of just Antom stuff. Treviso.
Stuck up arsehole says what?
How very.
What?
I hear you took down our troublesome dragon and the Minrathous beast at the same time.
Well, it wasn't that impressive.
Yeah, I did do that.
Yes, that's the lie that gets the free drinks. I know it well. Legendary.
Legendary.
They're breaking my back.
At the cafe, I can't put my...
Okay. Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
It would be good. There's a secret that's been poisoning Treviso. Oh, the traitor thing, maybe. Both of these two would be really good to have. Like, theoretically, Nev would be really good at finding people. And this is, you know... Lucanus' home turf, and he's a crow. He's supposed to be, you know, good at things. I'm good at... Oh, hi.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher!
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
He's got a freaky face.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on Tom flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
Yeah.
You expect me to believe the butcher of Treviso?
I butcher lying cattle. They don't deserve what they have. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different.
Aren't you working with the gods?
You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city.
Okay.
And you want a secret from me.
So he's Canary, right? Even if he's broken away from it, you cannot completely break away from your upbringing. He respects the fact that we have stuck with our roles, right? The things that we are defined by, that define us, we stick to that, you know? And so I can see that. I can understand why, with his upbringing, he would admire that, even if he's broken away from the Kyun. Yeah, are you allied with the gods? What?
You're not an end-of-the-world type. Are you with the gods or not?
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Okay, so I was noticing that he was talking normal. Like normal sounding, right? And I've been kind of not making fun, but being like, it's a little excessive to make the Antam sound so like, you know, that's not how they normally sound. But apparently it is if the possession of the gods, or like if you let the gods in, the more and more monstrous you sound like. Are those like tentacle like helms? That's pretty wild. Also, getting knocked over by a table being thrown is real weak. That was weak. I looked really stupid just being like splayed out and not standing up again. Like, I don't know, it was easy enough to like stand up in a way and avoid it. Like the initial like cutscene in this game is you like walking into a bar fight very, you know, confidently, and then I'm like, yeah, getting thrown off.
The butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the blight? Finish them off! We need to go after the butcher!
I'm intrigued, too, about his proposition.
So the butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
He's given in to the gods' corruption.
But how does he expect to come back from that? And does he actually love this city? Or does he just love having control, you know? I don't know. If you love this city, you would let it operate as it has, you know, because it's a free, like, it prides itself on being free and, like, beautiful and, you know. I don't know. You're just inspiring fear, you know? Maybe he does just want a home.
Everyone's acting like normal, like the butcher hasn't got
Yeah, did he not storm out?
So they don't know. Or it's easier to play along.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Sadly.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
How are you able?
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
Is he just yelling out across the city to me? And the gods don't know that this is his plan?
My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
The juxtaposition there.
There's the butcher. He's a reaver and fighting his own Antom.
That thing cannot answer questions.
We have to hope he's still in there.
Yeah, and oh no, I'm going to drown if I do that. This is very odd. Whoa, no. I don't mind necessarily.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, they say. So beautiful, but not like Treviso. Final ritual, you said cure.
There's nothing left of him.
Did he actually give himself up to save the city?
I see Tearstone Island, the ritual, Tearstone Island.
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The butcher didn't lie, for whatever that's worth.
So he conspired with traitors to get the city, but now he's like, now they're going too far, and they want to like destroy the city, maybe, or just make money. Whereas he sees it as beautiful and to be protected, even if he saw it as his. Is he like dead, or like, you know what I'm like?
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly, the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death?
Can we just
So go.
stab?
Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
Just Lucanus is right here. Lucanus could just throw a dagger at them. Like, what? Like, I know it was so obvious, but like, how did nobody? I'm so frustrated. Like, they had constant contact with the crows, and like, God, the crows stuff has been so frustrating. Like, everybody had to know the way that they were constantly picking at all the plans and, like, constantly harassing the crows. Like, you know, I don't know if that was supposed to, like, hide it, you know, like, the actual, like, their actual intentions or whatever. But it's, like, it was really obvious that they were, like, not in it, like, you know what I mean? That they wanted to change the system. Like, I said it way back when they're like, this should be left to the actual politicians and we should be working with the invasion and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, okay, like, yeah, I could see a person trying to do that just to keep their head down and, like, not get any more people killed, but, like, also I could see that as being, like, I benefit from this situation, so let's just keep going how it's going. You know what I mean? Like, and they made it easy, and, like, the crows are so stupid. So stupid. I actually hate it so much. You're telling me that the person that they had constant contact with, who is not stealthy or sneaky at all, is like, they couldn't figure it out? That it was this person? Like...
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the Butcher. You were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what was best for Treviso.
For you.
Who else would have done what was necessary? That troop of fools in the casino.
You think I'm not going to tell them?
They would have provoked the Antom to slaughter, the kind they carried out in every other Antivan city they crossed. I gave them the crows, so they would not take the rest of the city. I gave them an inch, so they would not take a mile.
No. Also, like, I don't know, do they think they're gonna kill me here? And, like, I'm not gonna go tell the crows? Like, everyone's gonna know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just showed your hand. Like, I don't know what to tell you here. You're so dumb. Yeah.
How are the Antom holding up their end of the bargain, Governor? Not too well, from what I've seen. And now they're working with the gods. You didn't prevent a slaughter. You just postponed it.
If you hadn't killed the butcher...
Someone else would have. He decided he wasn't their pawn anymore. The gods would have killed him. And then you would be ruled by someone much, much worse.
You should have been a politician, Rook.
No.
Instead of, well, whatever it is you are besides an annoyance. But this city is mine.
People keep saying that.
We need a real leader. You know who else wants a leader? The Antom.
You're not strong enough.
And if someone plays the role they want, they are very accepting. They also understand that bringing order to Treviso requires the purging of disruptive elements that cause nothing but
Why
chaos.
aren't we killing this person?
So go to Tearstone Island. Have your little showdown with the gods. Fight your pointless
I'm gonna kill you first.
and leave the city to me.
Why would I do that? Why would I do? Why can we not just throw a dagger at this person? Why do we have to be so dumb about so much?
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The other officials, of course, know nothing.
Of course. I'm surprised they even remember the governor's name.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antom fell in line?
Eventually is apparently playing the role they want.
The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
Nope. I know they were. I could just... It was so obvious. Like, it was so obvious. Like, you even had somebody watching him or them 24/7, apparently. And, like, you still didn't figure it out. They were so antagonistic the whole time. And, like, oh, they were more cunning. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm never romancing Lucanus. These people are morons. I knew that. This is the kind of thing that people say where, like, you know, like some YouTuber gets exposed and everyone's like, oh, I knew it. And it's like, I knew they were actually creepy or bad or whatever. And you're like, sure, you know. But, like, and so it's like these options, I think, are always, you know, a bit, you know what I mean? It's that vibe where it's like, oh, sure, you know. But no, this whole time I've been like, for what's his name? The other one, the cousin, right? I was like, no, for sure that one is. And I was 99% sure that this person, that the governor, was also bad news. And freaking... how stupid do you think we are?
Something always bothered me about Avenchi.
Many things bothered me about Evenchi. Yet I did not spot the most important.
Yeah, you guys are stupid.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antom, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antom and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again,
I could have just thrown a dagger. Lucanus could have just thrown a dagger. I was expecting it at any point in time during that conversation for Lucanus to just be like, when they're like, the city is mine. I was expecting a dagger to show up in their throat. No. What? So dumb. I hate it so much.
When Evenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys are utterly useless.
Evenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antom beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's anger grab at power.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgar'nan and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
You have been our ally through all this. It would be an honor to have your help against the governor again.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I don't want to be involved. You guys clean up your own messes. At this point, you're as bad as the Veilguard. Not the Veilguard, the Veil Jumpers. Interesting, though, about the Butcher. I think it's one of those things where it's not, it's documented. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like a conqueror can come to love, like the land that they've conquered, but they'll never, there's complications, right? Where it's like, you'll love it, but it'll never actually be yours because you tried to break it. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, like, specifically, but like, interesting, like maybe like movies or books, like that kind of a thing, right? Where it gets complicated. Sometimes a woman is involved, because the conqueror is usually a man, and he falls in love with a woman from the country, and through her, like, falls in love with the country itself, But it's like, you'll never actually love it the way, that the people do who are from there, and you'll constantly have that, like, separation there, which will make you feel disconnected and unhappy, you know what I mean? So
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Wow. Level 50! Whee! Maximum level reach. It was 50. I was right. Well, dang. Okay, then I get to have this one. I've been acting like I have this for a while now, and so now I can actually have it, which is nice. What an interesting little thing I've made. Little design I've made. Very Astrarium-esque. Let's see. Lucanus is maxed out, despite not deserving it. Ilario's nemesis is Lucanus's locked-in state. So that's Zevran. Immortal Memory, I think, is nice. Also, it is nice to know, especially as a Morn watch, but I think just, like, I don't know, maybe not just in general, but I think my character and me, like, the idea that, like, you have a friend who will live on in perpetuity and will remember you, like, lends you a sort of immortality as well, even if you'll a little bit be, like, sort of a burden upon the soul of your friend because they'll miss you when you pass eventually. It's kind of nice to think that, like, oh yeah, they'll remember me and I will live on that way forever, So. Okay. Lucanus, Emmerich, and Zevran make sense as being locked in at 10 already. Or by the end. We're getting there. I don't know I hope I can get in a library. Antivan CROWS. Banner of House de Acutis. The Acutis house banner is created with the finest weave and is impeccably maintained, but proudly shows its age. Let there never be doubt. Our home is the nation we built and build. Our rivalries are settled first and then forgiven. We live by principle and lead by example. Our kin are equal in blood or by bond declared. We stood at the start and will stand to the end. We are a house de Acutis and we are Antivan CROWS. Is that the house that we're in? Who's still... I don't understand. I don't understand the house relations. I'm so sorry.
How did no one see Evenchi's betrayal coming?
Perhaps they did. There's a difference between knowing and being willing to stand.
They were someone else's problem, and the city paid the price.
Yikes. Very, topical words.
Tell us if you find Jacobus.
What?
He did not look well when he left. And his anger, he has always tended towards being reckless.
You're telling me you did not send anybody after him to keep an eye on him? You guys are just so irresponsible. It's so frustrating. I will never be a crow. I rescind all desire to be a crow. They're stupid. No wonder Zevran left. No, and Zevran killed a bunch of them, so no, only the stupid ones are left.
Has the death of the Butcher helped Jacobus at all?
I suspect you know the answer to that. Eventually's exposure just moves his hate to another target.
Okay.
It could very easily be a path without end, but there's not much more I can do if that is the path he chooses.
We'll just have to kill him.
Is it responsible to train someone as young as Jacobus?
It would be irresponsible not to train someone with his ability, and not simply to benefit the crows. If he became something darker on his own, it would risk everyone's safety.
So, Evenchi betrayed us. How are you doing with that?
I am not from here, but I'll be proud if the skills I help impart play a role in the contract. Betrayal is a shameful thing that first harms oneself. Eventually we'll learn that, but not soon enough to help them.
Okay, I just sold a few more valuables so that I can level up the CROWS shop. And I could buy... Does he have this one? I don't know if he has that one. I'm going to buy that because it looks cool. And I'm going to buy... And I will buy this. Wait, how much is this? I'm gonna buy it just because I think it is silly. Okay. Thrilling.
See you again.
Exciting. The crows are, I was gonna say, initially I'd be like, oh, a powerful ally. They are an ally. And I like their swag. So that's why I'm leveling them up. Ooh, let's see, actually. I want to see what that armor looks like. Oh, wait, okay, hang on. I was like, are you serious? Oh, okay. I was like, are you serious? It's just the same armor? I was going to be so upset. This is so cool looking. Oh, she looks so good in this, actually. The crow armor looks so good. I don't think I've seen a miss on any of them. There might be like one that has like a bandolier that I'm like, not for me. And she looks so good in it. She pulls it off. The red and blue somehow look really well together. I really like that one too. She looked really good in that too. It's been hard. It's been hard out here. And I've been kind of tempted to go back to the N7 armor too. Alright, time to go home and do a meeting with everyone. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, the message from the front. Is this from the Inquisitor? Rook, events move with tremendous speed. Much that we thought certain has turned out to be only wishful thinking, and every day we find ourselves pushed to our limits. The Darkspawn, until now, little more than a trickle. You said that they were like a huge invading army, I thought, have become a flood, and we've been forced to abandon villages and settlements all across southern Thedas. We have retaken Skyhold from the demons! They retook Skyhold! I'm wearing my Skyhold sweater. Oh my gosh. I don't know, did she mention that Skyhold had been lost? Oh my gosh. The demons had infested it, and there we brought refugees from this onslaught. How fitting that the fortress that housed my people when we waged war against Terifius should serve to once again protect the innocent from would-be gods. You man. Yet I fear that even Skyhold won't be sufficient. Already the Darkspawn have claimed Radcliffe. Not Redcliffe, no! And the shores of Lake Calenhad writhe with the Blight's corruption. Our land sickens and dies, and I fear that whoever among Frauen's people live through this relentless assault will starve to death instead. It is a cruel fate for those who have already been through so much. Man, we just cannot catch a break either in any of this. I mean, they had 10 years, but still. Skyhold stands as firm as the rock of the mountains themselves, but the stone provides little sustenance. The Chastened and Avar hunt and bring food, but even they return empty-handed more often than not. But hope remains. There has been no sign of the Anton in the waking sea, and reports from Orlais suggest that the Venatori had been fought to a standstill. The Free Marches have unified under a single banner, and even now march south to aid us in our struggle. The Free Marches! I can't say with confidence that we'll win this war, but we have made the gods pay in blood for every inch of ground. The people of Thedas have not yet fallen, and I hope they never will. Yours, the Inquisitor. Erica! Oh my gosh, Stone will help you. I don't know if we can help you, but Stone will help. Stone and friends. Stone and Co. Oh my gosh. The free marches have unified under a single banner. I don't know if they've ever done that. I'm trying to remember, because I think it might happen on occasion where the free marches tend to bicker and squabble a lot, but under, like, the push comes to shove, like, especially if they're being attacked by a blight, that's when they unify. But freaking out. Let's see. New quest available. Yeah, but I've got... Oh, and Nev. Hopefully with Nev, we've got her Veilguard stuff coming up. Which now I'm like, gosh dang it. Should I do that now? What do we... Yeah, I might have to do that now. We'll see what awaits us. Rook, we've gotten wind of the governor. I just left! It is not good. Come fight us in the time. I just left. Like, they're like, oh, it won't take that long. And I'm like, oh, you were not kidding. Like, it did not take you long, apparently.
You've been quiet on your collaboration with the Venatori.
They were only useful for information or the occasional artifact. The rest of the time, the intolerable wretches kept going on about their wine cellars and summer houses.
They sound akin to some of Navarra's nobility, to be honest.
Depressing, isn't it?
That terrible people are everywhere. Some of them are just more obvious about it. Aw, here for a nice view.
Your mother's candy was good. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. My mother got candy once. Trade for a job that couldn't pay. She hid it in a jar in a high cupboard. I'd climb up in the middle of the night to grab some. She'd find some candies eaten and blame it on rats. Of course she did.
I don't like the look of this.
The look of what?
All of it. There's no there.
What were you expecting?
Oh, this?
I don't know. Mountains or something.
In here?
Venatori had the narrow road. Now they think twice before walking that way.
And your neighbors? What's the price of that protection?
You think I'd charge our dear friends? The people who spread rumors about how Threads made Aelia disappear.
Rebuilding the Threads' reputation for free?
For the few of us left. Now the Venatori who thought he found a legitimate charm supplier, he gets counterfeit goods. Triple cost.
What happens when the Venatori are gone? Will you remain so charitable?
Have you been to Minrathous lately? No point guessing it tomorrow. Anyway, Nev, I'm out of news. But the Threads are yours. You need something? Say the word.
Thanks, Alec. Remember, if you cross our neighbors...
You can drown me in the Nosen Sea. Rook, it's been a pleasure. You've got a good setup here.
Thanks.
Enjoy life in the Fade.
Ominous.
Life in the Fade. Huh. We've been at the lighthouse a while now.
I don't know when it started, but I think of it as home.
I do call it home.
It's built to be inviting.
Which you still find suspicious.
You know, this is my only address now.
What happened to your other one?
I still had an apartment back home. Rent paid up and everything. It got torched. In the dragon attack.
You never mentioned that.
Nev.
Everything I have is here in this room. One false step from drifting into the Fade.
Yeah.
It's been hard, but you've made it this far.
What's another step or two? I never expect things to go to plan, but I usually have one anyway. Or 7. And a half dozen backup plans, just in case. And now? Everything's changed. I've changed. If I survive the job, I'll be starting over, in a way. Maybe that should scare me. But I think I need it.
Yeah.
I usually hate unanswered questions, but this one, I'll let myself figure out once I get there.
Okay. That honestly seems like a really healthy way to approach things. Oh, okay. That was not what I expected, honestly. Your support has helped Nev see that she can make a real difference and that she's not alone in the fight. The best way to combat the corruption in Minrathis is to rip out its rotten core. Aligning with the Thread Syndicate to protect Minrathis from the shadows, Nev is swift and determined in taking down any threats. I like this version of Nev, honestly. I think it fits her really well. This intimidating reinforced leather number is well plated to protect its wearer from Docktown's many enemies. Yay. Dracon's Justice. Rebel Armor. Rebel Guard. Trusty Steel. Drakon is, yeah, he's the original Emperor of Orlais. Why do the Shadow Dragons care? Sure, let's see what it looks like on her. Looking after Docktown, okay. Nick, after I talked to Lucky Mal and you're even, charm shipment's all yours. And remember, you hear anything good, bring it to me. I'll make sure it reaches the boss with credit. So she is, I was wondering if he's running it or she's running it. So she's not just working with the threads. I think she's kind of running the threads, sort of. I'll make sure it reaches the boss with credit. You weren't in great with the last one. Here's your chance to turn it around. Nothing happens in Docktown that she doesn't hear about. Okay, I like that. Nev is like a sort of a crime boss. I like this for her. It's an interesting route to take. Let's see. Ooh. See, but I really like her hat. I really like the hat. Now she doesn't have the hat, but that's okay. This armor is so gorgeous. Wow. You see the sheen on the white part of the armor? It's like that rainbow sheen kind of. That's so gorgeous. And this blue part, this blue snake bit, kind of looks like a cake, like icing topping, and the blue gloves. I like this a lot. Well, that was much easier than I thought to get her as a... Because I thought we did it, and it was like, oh, yeah, that would be, the Veilguard thing. But then it was like, nope, and I was like, oh, so we just had to, follow up on it, I think. But yeah. Cool. Alright. This means... her room, I think, has been complete for a while, but...
All of them went... Well, we got the Dalish out. We got out. But something bad is waiting for us. I can feel it.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I do. It's good that somebody is questioning, right? Somebody has to be, suspicious. Otherwise, we'll all get taken in, Yes, Lucanus. What can I help you with?
Rook, have a moment?
Yeah?
What is it?
You were there to witness my new deal with Spite. You should come with us to see it paid in full, when you're ready.
What? Are you freeing Spite? Are you letting Spite out? I don't know. Can you do that? Oh. Well, let's do that really quick. Return to Treviso. Oh, God, let's see. I'll try to keep recording. I don't... this might be a weird one. This might be a weird series of episodes. Oh! Yes, I was curious. The blight... I don't think it was right after we fought the dragon, but the blight that was creeping in has gone away. Excellent. I came by here just to see if the Whisperers had anything to say, but they don't. I think all of it's gone, honestly. This is just like, you know, tree roots and stuff. We're making a difference.
I heard and said he loved Treviso.
That's crazy. They're all crazy.
And Rook was there. And even she's a traitor too.
Everyone not a crow, they're all just crazy.
No, I'd say the crows are the stupid. Maybe they're not crazy, but they're stupid. I thought so. We're gonna end it back at the cafe. He never made me tea. They celebrate their alliance. Alright, let's see. Okay, but that's good.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The crows own this cafe.
Smells like Lucanis.
Just try it.
So, are you two okay now? Since you didn't kill Ilario, I mean.
We still hurt him. That humiliation in front of everyone, he'll never forgive that. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
Interesting.
Are the other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not, but they prefer me to Ilaria or the Venatori. I suppose the crows have had worse first Talons.
You have.
How is your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of dragon bone.
Mm.
She's pretending not to be upset by Ilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Thea. She likes Thea.
Is it strange that I'm enjoying being out with you and your imaginary
That's a
friend?
good point.
It isn't exactly normal.
You try it.
I don't know what I thought it would be like. Getting out of the ossuary. Getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
With you.
I did dream of coffee. If this is my life now, I'll take it.
How interesting. I mean, it's an interesting, like, little lore tidbit that's been added. Also, can Spite even drink? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he can drink. Toes wiggle when he drinks the brew. A small shade and a wounded spirit sitting there is still. We are still. Drawn below is a decagonal diagram of a perfectly even, interesting geometric lines. Additional lines extend past the central diagram and reach towards the edges of the page. There is an infinite, there is a shelter, there is a storm outside the center. The handwriting abruptly alters. Spite says he went nowhere, and it has only been an hour or two. His measurement of time seems more accurate than the others here. So to resume, late evening exercises. So Spite is starting to write poetry. And is bringing out, again, we have another mention of a storm that may or may not ever play out, but I'm going to pretend it'll eventually bear fruit. But we have some sort of, that would be a cool one, like Dragon Age Storm or something would be a really cool, like, subtitle, you know? I mean, we already had the Storm Age, and we're still in the Dragon Age. We're only, like, what? It's like year, oh god, are we like the 50s now? Because 931 is when the Blight ended. And that was 10 years prior to the Inquisition. And then so that was like in the 40s. And then it has been about 10 years since then. So we should be in the 50s right now. We're halfway through the Dragon Age. I just realized that. How interesting. I don't even have all, I don't have all the stuff. This one makes sense. The mementos, there's so many. I'd have to buy them all. I think I'll need to do this one really quick. Not really quick. I'll have to do this now. And then we will check in with the team. I know this is not the I'm pretty sure the game is pretty obvious that it's the end, you know? That you're like, this is the end now, woo, like this is a final countdown, but I still like to have my ducks in order, But, yeah. I'm not going to end it here. I'm just going to end the recording super quick, but I'll be right back. We're finally going to clean up the CROWS mess, potentially. Go. I don't know why they had to make it so stunningly obvious. It's so stupidly obvious. Like, I don't know. I'm used to, like, I don't know. You have companions, right? Like, Dragon Age is kind of known for at this point. One of your companions eventually betraying you, right? And, like, they make it... It's not, like, super subtle. Like, Morrigan is, like, obviously, kind of doing her own thing, but you don't expect it. And then she's like, bam, sort of betrayal. Not really, depending on how you see it. Right? But, like, has her own plans that you were not aware of, Anders, yeah, he's also, a bit of a, he's a protester, he has strong opinions that he's not quiet about, but then you just don't expect him to go as far as they do, right? And so, Solus was like, when you play it again, you're like, oh my gosh, but like initially you had no idea. At least I had no idea, right? I trusted him implicitly. I know some people didn't like him, and some people did like him, and some people romanced him, but like regardless, I don't think anybody expected him to go quite as far as he did, or to be as big as he was, And in this game, they're just like, here's all these enemies, and here's these super obvious people that are super obviously villains, and like, it's like so frustrating, like. The lack of subtlety is astounding.
It worked. The CROWS have harried the Antam, and Evenchi is revealed. But I did not think this is what they planned.
It is bold, and it will doom us all.
No fun flirting with these two anymore.
Rook,
just business.
Good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Oh, the poison. Yes, not an explosive. It's poison.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the CROWS?
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the CROWS. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons.
The whole city?
I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
What do you mean familiar with poisons? You have to know, right? Like, it's just a fear tactic. It's not going to pacify people. It's going to kill, like, half the people in the city. And then everybody else will be too cowed to do anything. You know what I mean? It's not smart. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I hate this game so much. Oh my gosh.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
They will trot out some excuse to give to the worst of the politicians and the merchant princes.
You say that as if those were different people.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the
Why
comic.
me?
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the CROWS against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
One more thing. Jacobus stormed off earlier, angry at Evenchi. We have not seen him in some time.
I'm gonna let him die.
Look out for him.
I'm going to let him die.
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Like what?
Some of the merchant families have fled. They got wind of Evenchi's comic and suddenly worry they are not on good terms with the governor.
I am only surprised they stayed in the city so long.
Also, what are they going to do to the royalty? The royalty are just not. They're just not a factor in this country at all. It's so funny. You have a governor. You have merchant princes. You have politicians. You have the merchant families with the merchant princes, right? And you have the CROWS. And like, how does anything get done? Also, it's not my job to babysit your kids.
Are you concerned about the Antam under Evenchi?
There will always be a danger, but the tide is turning. After this is all settled, any remaining Antam will provide an excellent training ground for us to ensure this never happens again.
Yeah, well, The country's been breached. People are gonna see it as an opportunity to do it again. I keep going to this spot. There's a spot that they used to have conversation, like used to have dialogue trigger, and it keeps not triggering for these two, and it makes me sad. I suppose they've just flirted enough now at this point. I don't know.
There's the garrison.
And what trap?
Onto the garrison and the governor.
What trap are we walking into now? Because apparently we didn't even, like, I don't know, my two companions weren't even with me on the last one. Like, all it takes is somebody, like, it definitely could have been an inside job just by somebody being like, you know, oh yeah, they gave us, like, valid, you know, schedules or whatever. And it's like, so it could, like, anybody worth half their salt would know that you have to give truth in order for, like, something to, like, come to fruition, right? In this kind of a situation. So, like, yeah, feed them some stuff that's maybe not as consequential, and then you can trap them, you know, because they'll come and they'll think that you, like, need to help or something.
We clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
So I get to go in there and I get to beat up everybody? Okay.
We follow a governor now. Butcher was weak. This is not the cue.
Oh!
Get ready.
This is not the cue. Well then don't stay here and die.
Got company.
No, I got it. It's good. Oh my god, I don't want to do this.
Jacobus?
Me and my friends are sick of doing nothing. Eventually's got their comic past the courtyard, but they've locked the gates. We'll break into the garrison and get them open.
Be careful. The Anton.
We'll stay hidden. Good luck.
I'm not even get a choice to be like, no children, stay back. I mean, he's killed these ones maybe, but like, I mean, I get it. You want to do something and you feel useless, you know, because you can't do anything. Like, you feel like you don't have any power. But like, I'm accepting help from like 15-year-olds now? Like, what?
More on Tom. Eventually's throwing everything at us.
I'm in the middle of ranting. Of course they are. Like, did you actually think it was, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, did you think you'd be able to, like, take the CROWS?
Nice shot, Lucan.
Like, you're from this city. Like, you had to know, like, what you were getting into. Whoa.
Need to move.
Oh, whoop. What are you immune to? Okay. Oop, I forgot to do all this.
I know you're there, Rook.
Oh no.
I'm ready for you. Come face the ruler Treviso deserves.
So are you gonna be like a boss enemy now? Because like also you're like in the poison. Like I could just, like, can I not just, wee? You know what I mean? We're gonna walk into the poison. That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. I'm immune to the blight.
Both of them. Something's wrong. Something in the air.
Yeah, maybe it's the poison. Maybe it's the poison. Also, like, he's definitely gonna get, or they're definitely gonna get help from Gillinan or Elgarnan. Like, I don't know. Or we're hallucinating, maybe. That's cool too.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working.
We just walked into a poison. Like, what do you mean? We walked into a poison cloud. Why did we do that? Why didn't we just at least try to clear the air? Like, I don't know. Like, what?
Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
Oh, are you a mage actually? That's cool of you. I'm glad. Oh, did you?
I dotted every I. Wait every measure.
You're no.
And you're not even one of
That's
them.
why you didn't account for me.
Rook fought you like a crow.
No, I didn't.
Antea, Viago, Jacobus. They all took more responsibility as Trevisans than you did.
I lost so many people to the Antam. My family, my cousin. By right, his contract against the governor is mine. And I say Evenchi doesn't deserve to die. They deserve to live.
What?
On trial. Paraded in public. Everyone will know who hurt Treviso, and you'll suffer for every minute of it.
You can't do this. You can't let this brat decide what happens to me.
Would you rather die? Like, I don't know. And also this apparently is the way the crows do things, is humiliating people instead of killing them. Who knew?
Yes, I can.
You can't put me on trial. I'm still governor of this city.
Doesn't make you immune.
Not after the crows go to the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Evenchi.
Ooh.
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
I mean, yeah, it's part of the quest. I don't know. They're like, oh yeah, you've insured it. I'm like, I mean, I guess I could not have done it, but like, I don't know, why wouldn't I do it? I can't believe we just walked into what is obviously like poison. And we were like, yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine. And I sounded very much like a crow, which would work if you're a crow, I think. So that'll be cool if I ever actually do that, and I get to be a moron like the rest of them. But, they do have the nicest clothes. I am surprised that Jacobus... I wonder if Treviso had fallen, if Jacobus would be harsher about it. But it said also that because Treviso was saved, Jacobus and his friends can help. So I wonder if that fight was made easier because Jacobus helped. Or if Jacobus dies. I don't know. My sister said that there's like no change. Like it's not like the Viper gets blighted if you let Menrathis fall. But neither Teo nor Viago get blighted. And nobody from the crows gets blighted if you side with Menrathis. So it's like I would assume there has to be some sort of even Stevens there, right? And like some sort of tragedy there, but apparently not. It'll be interesting, I guess, to see. But I have a feeling Menrathis got hit way harder than Treviso did. Although to be fair, according to what my sister said too, if Treviso falls because it's a canal city, and it supplies most of the water to Antiva, the entirety of Antiva gets blighted because of the blight in the water in the canals. So. And why didn't Lucana say anything? I brought him for a reason. Oh my gosh, that armor is so sick.
You are certain of this path?
I've never been more certain.
I know that look, and I approve.
So now they got a cool, calculating Jacobus out of this instead of a hot-headed one, maybe?
And you're sure of this course?
You already asked.
I was gonna say.
Viago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
Oh, let's be fourth wall breaking.
No. Her audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
I don't want to be like mean, but at this point I'm just like,
Rook the Essential. I could get used to that.
You just put down one out-of-control ego. Let's not create another.
Oh, please.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Ivenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan
He's
Crow.
15! At most, he's 15!
You had a rough time. I don't know if this'll make it any easier.
I don't want easy. I want to follow Air's lessons. In your example, I only got this because you went out to face Ivenchi, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone. I want to find others like me. Orphans. People with no more homes, under a new house name. Mary suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
Can you do that? Can you just like make houses? Like what? Like you could just make a new crow house? Doesn't it like upset the balance? Fine. It's fine.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as crows.
The Fifth Talon agrees.
As does the 7th. Rook, all of Treviso is in your debt.
What about the first one?
For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
You have powerful enemies. When you decide it's time to put them in their place, we'll be there. And Rook, you'd have made a damn fine crew. Remember that.
That's down. Aided the crows. Okay. And forge a future for all Trevisans. Woo! Woo! I'd have made a damn fine crow because I'm an idiot, just like the rest of you. Making a new house. Let those of one wing find comfort and kind. We choose to be kin, we choose to be strong, we choose how to fly. You're letting... I get it, the kid's been through a lot and he's had to mature very quickly. And like the crows tend to mature pretty quickly anyway, like traditionally, but like they're also apparently all stupid. Apparently they're just stupid. Well, let me go check on the lighthouse really quick. See if anybody has anything to say. The fortunes of House Igrativi, House Igrativi welcomed its newest members today. 2 more orphans like me, don't worry. Era's still training us, but she seems to think I'm concentrating better now on lessons, and I guess I am. So he still needs training. Like, he's a full-fledged crow, but, like, he still has to have lessons. If you ever need a crow, well, you know a lot of crows, but consider my house at your disposal. Yours truly, Jacobus Igrativi. Well, that's great. He'll probably mature to be a good crow. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just... Well, I definitely don't want to go interrupt these two in Dasha's room, but off I go.
Hey, what'd you mean by, of course she did?
Oh, when your mother knew that you took the candies?
No, she blamed the rats.
She blamed the rats? For climbing into a high cupboard and opening a jar?
Well, yeah, she... Oh.
Oh, okay, that's sad. Tasha's room is not quite as fancy as I thought it would be. They have the canary drapery that you can get in Inquisition, although it's nicer than the Inquisition ones were. More colorful. This is I think this is a Ferelden? No, is that Chastened? I think it's Chastened. Yeah, it's Chastened. But it's one of the thrones you can get in Inquisition.
Curiosity. Where is it?
I'm afraid Manfred's gone.
Oh.
Bring it. Back. Spite, leave it. I want. No.
Thank you, Lucanus. It's all right. Spirits are often confused by death, especially amongst their own.
It should be here.
Yes, I know.
Oh. That's sad. Spite, I never really heard about Spite and Manfred interacting. It was usually Manfred and Asan. But Curiosity was the sprite and have the spirit inhabiting Manfred, essentially, or powering the construct. But yeah, it would get used to it. Spite would have gotten used to it being around, you know. And yeah, but spirits don't really die in the same way we think of it. So they will once more reappear in some way. But that's difficult for spirits to understand for sure. But yeah, I think I will go ahead and call this one here, barring my companions having anything else last minute to throw at me. And we will start to go, like, figure out on Tearstone Island some sort of ritual that Elgarnan wants to do. But, oh my gosh. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Really quick, I'm going to cut away and say thank you to my patrons. I want to say thank you to all my patrons, starting out with my Acorn tier patrons. Thank you so much, Fane, for your support, and thank you so much, Leo, for your support. If I say that wrong, I'm so sorry. I want to give an extra special shout out to my Sapling tier patrons. Thank you so much, Reese Galito, for your support. I very much appreciate it, and I still appreciate the blanket. Thank you. And I really want to say thank you to my other supporter, Sebastian James, my old friend. Thank you so much for your support. I very much appreciate you as well. And I want to give an extra special shout out to my Forest tier patrons who have gone above and beyond in their support of me in the channel and who I truly cannot thank enough. So thank you so much, Christopher, as always, for your support. I treasure it a lot. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nightshade, for joining the crew up there in the forest. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. So thank you all again for joining me and for being on Patreon and watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.